Welcome back. We are already in hurricane season, but it's not too late to get prepared. Take Two has teamed up with Structural Systems to keep you safe from the storm. And this month, we want to get some advice on what homeowners should do to prepare for stormy weather. Damian Enright, president of Structural Systems, joins us this morning with advice. Good morning, Damian.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back. It's been a while.
I know it has been. Welcome back. Good to have you back, especially in such a timely manner because, of course, we are in hurricane season. The last couple of weeks, we have been tracking some systems. So with hurricane season here, what should we do to prepare our homes for stormy weather?
Sure. We always recommend that homeowners take a thorough inspection, a thorough look around their home, and look for things like cracks in their walls, window sealants that are starting to fail. Maybe their flashing is starting to laminate. And those can be possible avenues for water and water intrusion to get in and start damaging finishes, drywall, maybe cause mold. And we definitely want to start sealing those up because once the storm hits, that would be too late. It's way past due. The damage is already done. We also want to look around our yards and see how the soil is sloping. Does water funnel pond right by our foundations, or does it flow away? Gutter systems are a huge valuable tool homeowners can use. So many homeowners who need foundation repairs, unfortunately, either don't have a gutter system or maybe not maintain one that's clogged and backed up. Also, once we get gutter systems, those downspouts, let's hook up a black flexible pipe to them. Simple tool homeowners can do themselves. Go to Home Depot for maybe $50, $100. Get that water that's coming from the downspout out maybe 10 to 15 feet away. And they can do that themselves. Again, just being proactive with a look around before the storm season hits, right?
Yeah, and that's something that, could be a very small investment, especially, with just getting the black pipe to get the water away, but it could really save you in the long run. So when we talk about rainy weather, it does sound like it can have a significant impact on homes' foundation, but why exactly is that?
Sure, really good question. So they say that 95% of all movement in homes is because of water and not properly getting it away from our foundations. The soil underneath your home, it holds up the structure, right? So if it starts to wash away, it starts to erode, it starts to shift, sink, the structure, the wall up above is going to do exactly that same thing. Also during the rainy seasons, expansive clay becomes a huge problem for Hawaii homeowners. They just get saturated and they swell up. And so if you live in a part of town that has expansive adobe clays, you want to keep those dry while the rainy season is happening. Simple solutions, a simple conversation with a landscaper that says, hey, how should I regrade my lot? Or calling a gutter contractor and saying, can I get a new system put on my roof? Can prevent the need from calling contractors like us so you don't have to put in piles. You don't have to jack up your house again. Again, being proactive in our world of foundations is really valuable.
Right. And you mentioned, different clay types on different parts of the island. I don't really know much about that, but of course I do know a lot about the different weather impacting different parts of the island. So when it comes to the weather, when it comes to the soil, are there parts of the island that are, I guess, worse off than others that do see significant shifting and settling in their homes?
Yes, there's definitely hot spots of movement and shifting on the islands and in the state. We see a lot of activity in the Hawaii Kai, Aina Haina area. Specifically right now, we get quite a bit of calls from Kalama Valley. They have those adobe clays that really, pretty some of the worst ones. They swell up a lot. They'll push on their slabs. They'll push on the walls. Doors will start to stick. Windows won't work. So there's a lot of activity in Kalama Valley. Manoa has been known over the years back in the valley. It gets hit with rains. It gets hit with clay issues. So when you couple those two things together, we can see foundation shifting. But the most significant hotspot right now, I'd say on the island, would be Pololo. And I really feel for these families because we're not talking about 1, 2, 3 inches of movement. We're talking about a foot or more of sliding and shifting. And when a home or a structure shifts that much, it becomes unlivable. It's not safe to reside there anymore. And these people still have their mortgages. They still own the property. But there's not really any solutions right now that can help them, unfortunately, and it's really sad. So Optimistically, the city is allocating a lot of resources and trying to put in some major retainings, tieback systems to help slow things down. So hopefully that works. It'll be good for the whole community if that does. And it's not all of Palolo, don't get me wrong, but there's some roads that are just really hot spots for shifting. But
Okay.
honestly, we do work all over the state, all over the island. If homes aren't built properly or they're not looked at drainage wise, with a fine tooth comb, you could still have issues.
Okay, and for those who are, curious about if their homes are prepared for weathering a storm, if they would like you guys to come out and take a look, where can we find out more information about structural systems?
Sure. Our website is www.ssihawaii.com, or you can call us. We're all over the web, but local company out of Sand Island.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for joining us, Damien. And again, now is the time to prepare because we are in hurricane season, but it doesn't even matter. Even we're talking regular storms. We could see flooding conditions just from our regular weather pattern. So it's best to always be prepared because we don't want to be in the situations that, as we were talking about, some of those families with the homes are going through right now. All right, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right, you too.